Hi friends, welcome to Sri Guru Raghavendra Banking Coaching Center. So here we are discussing the 31st May current affairs related MCQs. So we'll start discussing one by one. The first and foremost one, World No Tobacco Day is observed every year on No Tobacco Day, that is 31st May. Answer B is the correct one. So then the campaign led by the World Health Organization focuses on exposing how the tobacco and nicotine industry disguise harmful products with the sleek designs and candy-like flavors and misleading marketing to target the children and adolescents. So a campaign on this particular occasion, WHO led a campaign focusing on focuses on exposing how tobacco and nicotine industry target children and adolescents. That's the concept. So the campaign led by World Health Organization, and the theme for the year 2026. No Tobacco Day, that is observed on 31st May, is unmasking the appeal. Countering nicotine and tobacco addiction. That is the point. This is the theme for 2026 year. So then this particular day, 31st May, observed as a No Tobacco Day to raise the awareness about the harmful effects of the tobacco use, and then advocate effective policies to reduce the tobacco consumption. That is a point here we have. And then I may move to the next one. Blue bonds are primarily associated with financing projects related to. Blue bonds are primarily associated with which of the following financing projects related to unheard? There is a question given here. The forest conservation, nuclear energy, ocean and marine ecosystem, space technology, artificial intelligence. There is a ocean and a maritime ecosystem. Then the color of the water is blue. So then this is a direct one. Blue bonds related to that particular one. And blue bonds are introduced or mobilized. Blue bonds mobilize generally. It mobilizes capital for sustainable use and conservation of marine and coastal resources. Are supporting the blue economy. There is a part here. So ocean and marine ecosystem is the correct answer. May move to the next one. Match the following each other. So then a different sale model questions would try chestunna. Sky caste system, kill switch, national seed reserve, and blue bonds. Blue bonds just we come across, that is all about marine sustainability. This is a direct one, marine sustainability. So then the D is 4 correct one. So answer would be in this these three options. Answer will be in these three. So then sky cast system ichad, and then kill switch ichad. These are the options given on matter. This sky cast system is related to the aviation weather monitoring system. Kill switch is related to the cyber fraud protection. Seed reserve agriculture resilience. So answer A is the correct one. And then moving to the next one, Sagarmala Finance Corporation plans to launch India's first that is India's first blue bonds. The blue bonds ni introduce chestundi Sagarmala Finance Corporation. Sagarmala Finance Corporation. Yeah. Sagarmala Finance Corporation Limited, SMFCL. It is a Miriratna category 1 company. Miriratna category Category 1 company, Central Public Sector Undertaking, CPSU, and which works under Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Shipping and Waterways. So there is a part, non-banking financial company and NBFC and is a non-banking financial company. NBFC ఇది రిలీజ్ చేసింది అన్నమాట. ఈ నాన్ బ్యాంకింగ్ ఫైనాన్స్ కంపెనీ వీటిని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసింది అన్నమాట. సో దట్ ఇస్ అ పాయింట్ రిలేటెడ్ టు దిస్ పర్టికులర్. Move to the next one. This SMFCL is preparing to issue this first blue bonds. First blue bonds aimed at financing sustainable ocean and marine related projects. So ocean and marine related projects. That is the part. Moving to the next one, SkyCast system installation is a part of which recently approved initiative. SkyCast. SkyCast then that is a mission mousum related one. Answer C is the correct one here. The previous one here answer D is the correct one. Mission mousum, it's related to the mission mousum. SkyCast system. SkyCast system, it is aimed to introduce and to modernize India's weather forecasting and meteorological infrastructure. Meteorological infrastructure. That's the part. Answer C is the correct one. The next one, the report State of India's Digital Economy. State of India's Digital Economy, side 2026, is released by which institution? That is ICRIER, the Process Center for Internet and Digital Economy. Internet and Digital Economy, and is a side report, is an annual publication released by this ICRIER to assess India's digital economy. To assess India's digital economy. There is a point here we have. Moving to the next one, answer C is the correct one here. The Reserve Bank of India is exploring a kill switch mechanism. Kill switch mechanism. So then it is for not shut down ATMs, stop stock marketing, or instantly disable banking access in case of cyber fraud. So there is a kill switch. Kill switch is a concept. Then instantly disable banking access in case of cyber fraud. So then it would enable the customers to immediately block access to their bank accounts and digital payment channels in the event of suspected cyber fraud. In the event of a suspected cyber fraud. Answer C is the correct one. Moving to the next one. India's women wrestler delivered a flawless performance at Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship 2026, which is held in which city? So then women's wrestlers Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship. Under 17 Wrestling Championship, Asian Wrestling Championship. That is observed in Da Nang. So then Da Nang of Vietnam. Da Nang city of Vietnam. So Vietnam's the third largest city and a dynamic commercial and tourist hub of the central region. So India's women wrestler excelled the Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship. Then 2026, which is held in Da Nang. So winning multiple medals in dominating the competition. So answer C is the correct one here we have. The Meghalaya signed the host state agreement for organizing which major sporting event? Meghalaya major sport event antadu. Kelo India Youth Games? No. National Games, South Asian Games kaadu. National Youth Festival kaadu. That is answer B is the correct one here. That is Meghalaya signed the host state agreement. To host the National Games. To host the National Games, Meghalaya. Host National Games. So that is a part is officially set to host the 39th National Games 2027. The state government formally signed the host state agreement with the Indian Olympics Association in 2026. So 39th. So this particular organized by these national games organized by All India Olympic Games. All India Olympic Games Committee. With the inaugural event which was held in 1924 and Lahore lo jarigindi inaugural event సో దాన్ని నేషనల్ గేమ్స్ అనే నేమ్ ఇచ్చింది 1940లో అనమాట. 38th నేషనల్ గేమ్స్ వచ్చినప్పటికి మనకి 38th ఉత్తరాఖండ్లో జరిగే ఉత్తరాఖండ్. సో 2025 అనమాట. And then 37th was in a 37th National Games was held in Goa. 36th 38th ఇప్పుడు టర్న్ అయింది. 38th మేఘాలయ. 39th కదా మేఘాలయ. 39th మేఘాలయ. 39th మేఘాలయ. That is a part. 37th Goa, 38th Uttarakhand. 38th Uttarakhand. Moving to the next one. Who inaugurated the Nausena Shaurya Vatika in Lucknow? Nausena Surya Vatika. Nausena Shaurya Vatika. That is Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. Answer C is the correct one. Inaugurated this Nausena Vatika, a naval. It is a naval heritage park showcasing the bravery and achievements of the Indian Navy. Achievements of Indian Navy. Moving to the next one. During the visit of Myanmar's president to India, which of the following issues were among the key agenda items? Key agenda items ఏంటి అని అంటున్నాడు. That is space cooperation కాదు. Border security and trade correct one. Nuclear energy, fisheries, cyber warfare kuda kaadu. Answer B is the correct one here. So the visit focus on strengthening bilateral relations, particularly border management, security cooperation, connectivity, a trade relation between India and Myanmar. Trade relation between India and Myanmar. These are the focused areas. Moving to the next one. So answer B is the correct one here. The multinational military exercise held in Meghalaya in 2026 involved armed forces from how many countries? So the military exercise, the multinational military exercise to strengthen the military cooperation, interoperability and strategic cooperation, coordination among participating nations. That is Meghalaya. Military exercise. That is called Pragati, concluded in Meghalaya. That name is called Pragati, which concluded in Meghalaya. The military exercise, the multilateral military exercise. Multilateral military exercise. Pragati 2026 is concluded on May 30th. Concluded on May 30th and at Umrai military station. Umra military station, Meghalaya. So the 2-week program brought together 400 soldiers from 13 nations. It brought 400 soldiers from 13 nations. 13 nations. So then he asked how many nations. So that is D is the correct one. 13 nations across the Indian Ocean region to focus on counter-insurgency and counter-terrorism drills. So May 18th nunchi, then it was conducted May 18th to 30th. So participating nations like Bhutan, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Maldives, Myanmar, Nepal, Philippines, Seychelles, Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Core focus area that is counter-insurgency operations. Core area counter-insurgency operations. Counter-insurgency operations. That is a part. So these are the MCQs for the day. We will discuss some more in the coming session. Thank you and good day.